Alright everyone, welcome back to the Witcher Enhanced Edition Part 18. So I'm going to see if I can make this the last part. We left off right before we were about to head to the old manor and see if we can finally take out Salamandra.
State your business, Witcher.
Let me pass, Duet.
You look terrible, like you haven't slept all night.
I'm tired, Count. May I pass?
My dear Geralt.
I spent the night with a Striga, so my patience runs thin.
With a Striga? To what end? Did you kill her?
She's no longer a problem. I found evidence of a traitor in the princess's entourage.
Any idea who?
Not yet, but it's only a matter of time. I discovered a useful diary. Triss Marigold also knows some helpful spells.
You should give me Ostrit's diary. The Grandmaster commands magic better than that witch Marigold.
I never mentioned whose diary.
But... to hell with it. Witcher, join me. Align yourself with the masters of a new order. With me, Roderick Duet, the future Viceroy of Temeria.
Who are you working for, Duet?
I thought you had it figured out. I'm working with Salamandra, for now.
Think you can outsmart them?
They're but a means to an end. Join me.
You're a worm. I won't soil my boots on a piece of crap like you.
Fuck yourself, mutant! You shall die at my sword!
That hurt.
Flaming Rose!
And as I'm sure everyone could guess, Duet was the one behind messing with Ada. So this is a little book that gives you a bestiary entry on the mutants you'll be fighting, so you'll know how to best fight them. There's plenty of enemies around here, the really basic guys that you can kill if you need ingredients for more potions, but hopefully you're smart enough to bring some with you before you get here.
This is your end.
The game will throw plenty of corpses at you if you need more stuff to make potions and such. So before we start this fight, I'm going to go ahead and craft myself some of the better potions. I know as you can see throughout most of the game, I've stuck to pretty much just Swallow and Tawny Owl. It's probably one of the few instances in the game where you'll want something a little bit better than that. You're going to want plenty of White Rafford's decoction because it just gives you a full-on heal up every time you use it, so it's always good to have. A wolf is great to have, increases your crit chance. Throw in a few Wolverine potions. Let's see, what else do we need? Most of the sign intensity stuff isn't really worth it, neither is the endurance stuff. Some Crinfrid oil's alright, but not entirely necessary, but I'll make a little bit just for the heck of it. I personally find Blizzard to just be very annoying, so I don't bother with it. I think I'll make a few more White Rafford, maybe. Yeah, that should be about it. It's probably the most alchemy we've done in the whole game, just because it's not really necessary. Even on hard difficulty, I didn't do that much alchemy. In all honesty, the hardest thing about hard mode is there's no flame to indicate when to click the mouse button to continue the next part of the combo. That's about the hardest part of it.
Greetings, Geralt. Have you met Rayla? A singular transformation gave her the gift of life.
Geralt! A singular transformation. The gift of life? You call that enslaved bag of blood and muscles alive?
Better than alive, perfect. You'll learn that soon enough.
This was your experiment? You're pathetic.
Rayla, darling, you won't permit this mongrel to insult your master.
Geralt! Choke on this!
She can blind you occasionally, but, you know, she can't really do much to us. We got the armor, we got the best sword. She's got more decoction with her, some money, and a ham sandwich in case you want one. Pretty much for these guys, if they're not armored, you want to use fast steel. If they're armored, you want to use heavy steel, and the hounds just use heavy silver on them.
This is your end. You challenge Salamandra.
right. I'll get you. What was that?
Not sure, but they looked like mutants. You came just in time.
I could hardly desert you.
Thanks, Triss.
Geralt.
Salamandra must be based inside the old manor.
I think so too. So before I left the castle, I snatched a key to the crypt. From there we can enter the catacombs beneath the manor.
Triss, you're a genius.
Shall we?
In a minute.
Geralt.
What's the situation at the front?
Scoia'tael are murdering humans, the Order is slaying non-humans, and Foltest soldiers are trying to restore order. So far it's a tie.
It's not looking good.
Not tragic either. Now that you've cured Ada, like any reasonable monarch, Foltest has approached the Lodge about an alliance. The Lodge will provide the support he needs to retain his throne and restore order.
Ah, the secret plan succeeds.
Thanks to you, among others. But most importantly, hundreds of lives will be saved.
Triss.
I know, Geralt. I know. Geralt.
Salamandra
I think...
Triss.
Shall we?
Let's go.
And whoever you sided with changes who goes with you in here. If you're neutral, it's Triss. If you're Scoia'tael, it's Yavin. And if you're Order, it's Siegfried.
I'll give one.
You challenge Salamandra!
Geralt, there's no sense staying here. We don't know what Salamandra is planning. You need to enter their base.
Then let's go.
No, I'll stay here. I've still got strength left, so those mutants are going to taste some fire.
It's too dangerous, Triss.
Since when do I need your permission to cause trouble? Or you mine, for that matter?
Triss.
Another time. They're coming. Go. I detest tearful goodbyes.
See you, Triss.
Alright, so we have to fight our way inside of the manor and see if we can find Javed and end him pretty much.
You will die slow.
Using the right sword would help. Alright, before we step in here, this is probably going to be one of the toughest boss fights in the whole game. You're going to be fighting something called a Koshke. It's a giant crab thing, and it can obliterate you if you're not prepared for what you're supposed to do. So that's why I was brewing those potions. So go ahead and put my White Raffer's decoction over there in the quick slot. Go ahead and gonna want to throw that oil I made on my silver sword. So pretty much fighting it, it can one-hit you if you're not prepared, but if you can use Wolverine, Swallow, and a Tawny Owl, and then just hit yourself occasionally with the White Rafford, you should be able to survive it just fine. Pretty much all you want to do is hit it with Ingi and Strong Silver Style. Those are pretty much the only two things that'll do anything to it. And you can hit it with Ard if you want to knock it back and give yourself some breathing room, but that's pretty much about all you'll have to do.
Rella always admired you. Shame. You might have made a good couple.
This farce is over.
As you wish. Behold my Koshche, the perfect killer.
There you go. You can see he's got some serious bleed damage on me right now. That's what really sucks. Hopefully I live. Okay, we're good. So when I killed him, I got the Koshke heart. It's a special potion you can make with it. You can brew it and it'll give you an additional gold talent, but in all honesty, I have nothing to spend gold talents on at this point that I want. I've literally pretty much bought everything I want. I could max out Yurden if I want to, but I never use it, so there's really no point. But it is an option for anyone who doesn't max out their level if they're interested.
How irritating. You just cut up my Koshche, the result of much labor. Now to resolve this matter through more traditional means.
I can't wait.
My, how threatening that sounded. I warned you, pissing up wind leads to disaster.
You talk too much. Scared?
This time you pissed in a tornado. Kill him.
And he sends two big brothers to fight us. You need steel for this.
Your turn, Javed.
I learned long ago only to rely on myself. Before I kill you, you must know. Triss Marigold is being dragged to the laboratories as we speak. Torture will follow. Everyone breaks sooner or later. It's merely a question of time. What say you, Witcher? Still the indifferent tough guy?
You're bluffing. You send assassins after me, conjure up beautiful words, threaten to kill me. But you're scared to death and simply postponing the inevitable.
Alar Zar bin Tala.
Berengar?
I was afraid I'd be late. Can you use a hand?
For a second there I wasn't sure if... I'm surprised to see you.
I needed to think.
Coward, you know the punishment you face. You can evade it by slaying Geralt of Rivia. You may earn my mercy.
Your threats don't impress me anymore. Prepare, sorcerer. I've come here for you. We'll meet again, White Wolf.
Berengar made his decision. He knew where Javed was hiding. He also knew I'd find the sorcerer sooner or later. He knew that facing Javed alone was suicide for either of us.
Your tricks are for naught.
And as a nice turn of events, Berengar came back to help us fight Javed. Obviously, if you had killed him, he wouldn't be here. That's why I left him alive. It's always nice to have a little bit of help in the fight. And finally, Azar Javed is dead. And Berengar gets to live too. The game's a little ambiguous about this because Berengar can die during this fight, but I've had him live every time I've done it. So I don't know if, and he never does anything after this, never mentioned ever again for the rest of the game. So I have no idea if he's supposed to live or not, or if he's supposed to die here. Anyway, let's check out this mirror and see who Javed's been working with.
Javed, can you hear me? What's going on? How are the experiments progressing? I urgently need those mutated Knights of the Order in Vizima, and send me more failed ones. At this stage, I can afford no delays. Respond!
Javed's dead.
Witcher Geralt,
Expect to see me, Grandmaster. Soon.
Geralt, you're here.
Are you all right?
I told you I could handle them. What happened below?
I'll tell you later.
Geralt.
The leader of Salamandra is dead.
Great. Learn anything about who's behind Salamandra?
Yes. The Order of the Flaming Rose.
Oh, lords. But that means...
Exactly. We need to return to Vizima and inform the king.
I saw a boat at the dock. Let's meet there.
Good.
And that's the end of Chapter 5, and we're moving on to the epilogue. And as I'm sure no one is surprised, the Grandmaster is the one behind everything. And since I'm here, I'll go ahead and make that potion. Why not? Just for completion's sake.
Geralt.
Ready to cross?
Yes, you?
Grab the oars.
Sire, victory! Despite heavy losses, we now control the trade quarter.
Excellent. What news from De Wet?
He's dead, cut down by that godless butcher, the Witcher.
Useless De Wet. Have the town criers informed the people Ada has become a Strigger?
Yes, but the Witcher found the beast.
Geralt of Rivia, only he stands between me and... We must fan the flames of chaos. Release more of our experiments, and let the elves wreak havoc.
Grandmaster, I must protest, as a nobleman and representative of...
Enough. Give the people more food, and tell them any God-fearing human can find shelter at the castle of the Order of the Flaming Rose. Adalbert, I thank you for your loyal service. Take him away. A new era dawns. An era of superhumans. None will stop me. I appoint you my new adjutant. Know your assignment?
Kill the Witcher.
Then go.
Geralt, you've arrived at a moment that should be called nothing short of historic.
Dandelion, I'm glad you're alive too, but I have important matters.
More important than a Temerian-Redanian alliance with far-reaching consequences?
Stop being dramatic and tell me what's happening.
Allow me some common courtesy. Triss, my joy at this meeting.
Triss, tell this clown to get to the point.
So what's this historic moment, Dandelion?
With the kingdom in flames, Foltest struck a deal with his neighbors.
Doubtless with that ambitious pup Radovid of Redania. Geralt, Foltest should learn of the Grand Master's betrayal. We need to talk to the king.
Alright, so now we gotta fight our way back through the temple quarter, and then we gotta inform the king about the Grand Master, and then we gotta take him out next.
What?
Welcome, Witcher.
Sire.
We have several things to discuss.
Of course.
Stop deliberating, son. We need to put out the fire in this whorehouse. You'll get the princess's hand, and if life has taught me anything, half the kingdom as soon as I'm gone. As for de Aldersberg, we need to be rid of him. The Witcher will slay him.
What?
Relax, we'll pay you as much as you want.
I'm a witcher, not a hit. All right, 10,000.
Isn't that a bit much?
Come on, Foltest. The kingdom's worth a lot more than that.
Yes, I suppose the boy's right. But you shall take home 8,000.
It's a deal.
So, we're all agreed. Radovid, your armies must subdue the Order in Redania and in the north of my lands.
My armies will embark on a mission of fraternal assistance.
I don't want any fucking fraternal assistance. The phrase rubs me the wrong way. You are to smash the Knights of the Order and withdraw.
Relax, Foltest. My children will rule this land. I don't intend to destroy it.
Forgive me, your majesties, but I feel it's time I...
One more thing, Witcher.
Yes?
So, let's talk politics. And don't you dare mention neutrality. Judging by your company, you're already involved, possibly up to your nose.
Sire, your wish is my command.
To the average pleb in the street, the Order is fighting my armies, but make no mistake. This is a confrontation between me and the Grand Master, that ambitious fanatic.
Directed all of Salamandra's actions and intentionally provoked the uprising.
What do you mean?
I thought you'd be interested, sire.
Very interested. The son of a bitch is attacking me with steel, poison, and magic.
It is time for you to choose your allies, and you must choose well, sire.
I see our sweet sorceress has already begun indoctrinating you.
I believe it's time we finalized our agreement, sire. I will counsel and support you with wise words and magic.
And with that of your esteemed female friends? Indeed you may. But don't forget, Marigold, I rule this bordello. Don't turn into Philippa. You're too pretty for that.
King, sorceress, and witcher united against evil. Worthy of a painting. But all will be lost if we delay any longer. Sire, one other matter.
Witcher?
How is Ada feeling?
Much better than she was as a Strigger, yet she won't be herself again for some time. Witcher, how can I thank you?
I'm glad Ada is alive and well. Can you ensure that the Witcher's friends will be the same, sire?
Yes, that's something I can promise. Witcher, I wish to know who was behind all this.
DeWitt transformed the princess.
How so?
He wanted to gain influence with your enemies.
The bastard! If I could get my hands on him.
Those responsible assumed your position would be undermined if the princess wreaked havoc as a Striga. DeWitt has been punished.
I'm glad to hear it. Now go. Vizima is burning, fighting rages. You won't have an easy time of it.
People see witchers as monster slayers. Rightly so. Few know we draw greater satisfaction from removing a curse or a spell. Swords are a final resort. As long as there was a chance I could save the princess, I had to try. It was worth it.
Serving the crown.
Yes?
Then bold Foltest uttered these words. Virtuous Radovid.
What the hell is that?
I'm trying to keep a faithful and accurate record of these events.
He said, "Stop deliberating, son. We need to put out the fire in this whorehouse."
Geralt, you have no sense of poetry. There's the truth of time and the truth of legend.
You'll never change.
The pen is mightier than the sword, and you'll never change either. Off to save the world again when nobody's asked you.
This will be your final time in the game to check out any of your stored items, so if you want anything, now's the time to grab it. I'm just gonna grab a bunch of ingredients in case I need more crafting stuff. Might as well just fill up your inventory with ingredients. Alright, now we need to fight our way to the Order Castle.
What a day.
Move, Geralt! I don't want to fight.
Then don't force me.
Stand aside. I have my orders. We must save this kingdom.
Then leave the civilians alone and fight the real enemy.
True. We must fight the real enemy. Those elven rejects. Boys, form up.
And the civilians?
They better leave. People, flee this place. Your king may provide shelter in these terrible times.
Leave if you value your lives.
Yeah, unfortunately, Siegfried doesn't seem to be able to see past what the Order's become, and he's still with them. Even though he thinks what he's doing is right, he's still just working for the wrong side.
Come inside, it's safer.
You're right.
In here you can find some of the important characters from the game. You got Golan Vivaldi, you got Vasca. You can talk to him if you want.
Greetings.
Prospering dwarf?
War can be profitable. If not for the king's taxes, the plague take them.
How did you get here?
Don't you see? Knights, soldiers, and Scoia'tael run through the streets, cutting down who they can. I am a traitor to all of them.
I see.
And all their heads are filled with prophecies, destinies, strange signs, and other nonsense. No one to talk to.
Sorry to hear that, but I need to go. Farewell.
The squirrels and the Order. Those dry ones disturb our swamp.
Between a rock and a hard place, huh?
I had a dream, white-haired one. Your destiny will be fulfilled. I come to tell you. Mistake not the stars with their reflection in a pond's surface.
I'll remember that.
Greetings, Witcher.
Greetings.
I'm afraid. The time for contempt has come, just as prophesied.
I don't care about prophecies. I care about the lives of ordinary people.
I know you care about people. I saw Carmen happy with the captain of the guards. You know they got married?
Nice to hear.
Thanks to you, Witcher. I heard you cast a spell on Vincent. That poor girl deserved a little happiness.
Poor girl?
Carmen endured a lot. She lived in the outskirts. Her father was a priest of the eternal fire, a damnable man of religion. When Carmen got pregnant, he cast her out. She went to Vizima. You know how that ended.
I didn't know.
It's a little fun fact for you. So Carmen was the daughter of the Reverend in the first chapter that we ended up killing. Also, the Resolute Girl is here from Chapter 4, Murky Waters.
Tobias mourns his daughters.
Greetings. Others stricken by war have sought shelter here.
We won't stay long. We need to get to the monastery.
So you're among those who have chosen to trust the eternal fire? There's no sense in going out in the street again. You'll perish.
Is there another route?
Try the door in the cellar.
Where does it lead?
To other cellars. And an exit eventually, I assume. But I cannot guarantee it is safe.
We'll risk it.
The key should be somewhere in this house.
Oh, and look who it is from Chapter 3. It's the good old talking scimitar, or gravier.
Witcher! Good to see you.
I see war is to your liking, Vitala.
I no longer need to hide in the cemetery. It's safer here. I come out at night, find food in the streets. Can't complain.
The inhabitants of this home have no objection?
They fear me. The little brat comes alone, talks without end.
I must go. Farewell.
Go away.
There were monsters in the cellar.
I'll die anyway. They'll find me. They'll get me.
Calm down. How do we get out?
Through the window.
Thanks.
Here's one of the few unique characters in the game, this guy right here. I don't think I ever really see his model anywhere, and he's got that hat too. I also find it kind of funny that this house has no door at all to get out. Like, you'd think the reason you're going out the window is because the door's blocked or barricaded, but there just isn't a door in this building at all.
So you live. The sight of you sickens me.
I'm in no mood for riddles.
Teruviel is dead. I know enough to blame you for her death. You certainly played a part.
Open your eyes, Yavin. Your beloved war killed her. Stop drowning the world in blood. Try building for a change.
Humans, elves, dwarves, we all hate. We all kill. This cannot go on. Fail, Wolf.
If you pick option 1 with either Yavin or Siegfried, you end up having to kill them if you're neutral.
We'll have to get dirty. The only way to the monastery leads through the sewers.
The Order doesn't guard it?
Not since a Zoogle made its nest there. A big one.
It's had a lot of fresh meat. I hope it hasn't had time to procreate.
I doubt it found a mate.
Zoogles don't need mates. They're hermaphrodites.
Yeah, we get to fight one more monster, and it's called a Zoogle, and it'll give us another monster piece. We can make another potion. The game really tries to throw as many talents as it can at you. You can see it does the same with alcohol and fireplaces and things like that. Because it doesn't usually expect you to be prepared, especially if it's your first time playing.
It's somewhere in the sewers. Any advice?
Don't get eaten.
I'm serious.
Stay out of range of its tentacles. Zeugles harbor all kinds of contagion. If you have any spells against infection...
I should have. Let's go.
Take a safety swallow just in case. Pretty much for this fight, you just gotta take out the 4 tentacles, its head will pop up, hit the head with a strong silver, and then repeat until the head is dead, pretty much. It's a pretty straight up fight. Yep, it's a pretty standard fight. There's a body here with tons of alcohol ingredients you can pick up. That gets you an extra bronze and a silver talent.
From air, fire,
Let us pray.
War.
Typical. A mob led by a madman. Again, someone will have to decide for them. This time, it'll be us.
I'd rather they made their own decisions.
Are you sure that's what they want?
We need to give them the chance. Let's go.
Almost there. We'll find Jacques de Aldersberg in the monastery.
Damn, I'm out of potions. Could I ask you to...
Geralt, what would you do without me? Wait here. I'll be back in a blink.
And before we advance this, I'm going to go ahead and spend those 2 talents just for the hell of it.
Halt! No passage. Grandmaster's orders.
I'm here on a matter of national importance.
Shove off. The Grandmaster seeks solitude.
Sorry, you give me no choice.
Surrender!
Okay, and I even hit level 51. Means absolutely nothing though. Can't get any more talents from it. So there's an interesting little bug you can do here if you really want to make sure you don't lose it all. Where if you drink any kind of potion before entering into the Grandmaster's chambers over here, then those effects will get multiplied when we get taken to the next area we have to deal with, and it'll stay for a lot longer. So if you want really long-lasting potions, you can do that, and you might as well do it since, you know, why not? Makes everything a little bit easier. So let's see, I already have 1 Wolverine, 1 Wolf, got plenty of White Rafford, got a Tawny Owl. Make one of these. Make one of these. Make one of these. And yeah, I think that might be everything I need, so I'm just going to go ahead and chug all of these potions. Hopefully I don't OD on any of this. No, I think I took too many. I'll just take the important ones. Okay, I know what I need to do now. Alright, so we'll have permanent effects on all of this pretty much once I go in.
Behold my people. They feast at my table, find warmth at my fire, and glow with happiness to be separated from the turmoil of war.
You're deluded if you think the sight of women and children will make me leave you alone.
I do not intend to deceive you. The white frost approaches, a cataclysm that will bury the world beneath snow and ice. Each night, I dream of icy wastelands and the death of the old civilizations.
I've heard Ithlina's prophecy.
The cataclysm is unavoidable. Kings prefer to wage local wars to expand their influence, while elves have become terrorists fighting for a lost cause. The world needs a savior, a man of the moment, someone to kindle the flame in people's hearts.
Ha! You, savior of the world?
Come, I will show you something. Humans are weak, frail, and inclined toward evil. I shall create a new man, perfect, tempered in the eternal fire.
Finished? Because if you are...
You doubt me? I do not blame you. I had my doubts too. Yet now, my vision is strong.
Alright, and we just got teleported to a different area completely. He actually jumped us forward in time and space.
Behold, the scales will fall from your eyes, and you will understand.
Juggler's tricks. I expected more.
You think this an illusion? Oh no, Geralt, it's nothing of the sort.
Where are we?
See for yourself. Follow me. Now that you have seen the ice-encased towers of Vizima, do you understand?
You're rambling to Aldersburg. What do you want?
This is the future. The white frost has destroyed human civilization. This is the end of time. Do we lose heart, surrender? Never. We can yet avoid our fate.
Save your rhetoric for the plebs.
Understand. The Order and Salamandra acted only to save humanity.
Every criminal claims a higher cause.
You lack humility. Time for a lesson in some.
playstyle for that. So as you can see, all the effects jumped up to like 21 hours, except for the swallow. It didn't seem to affect the swallow. And that'll stay up until we get to the final fight. At the final fight, we'll actually... everything wears off and you have to do it again.
The unexpected awaits you here.
How did you get here?
You're stronger than the Grand Master thought. You summoned me.
How?
The Grand Master invited you into a vision of the future enclosed in his mind, yet you brought your own visions and specters.
So this isn't real?
It's more than a dream. Should you die here, your death will be very real. I shall accompany you, assist you. But only a blizzard follows us, with nothing beyond it but death.
So Triss gave us a nice little ability called Lightning Storm. It just causes additional damage to targets around us, which is nice. These are all your just standard strong enemies. Hit them with strong silver. That's all you gotta do.
You haven't changed a bit, Witcher. Again, you emerge from nowhere to kill humans.
What humans? As always, you're perplexing.
Behold the remains of humanity. Ape men, wretched creatures worthy of disdain. Some my own great-grandchildren.
They're human?
The white frost has stripped humanity of its luxurious robes. All that's left are beasts that think only of eating and procreating. They are human no longer. Their base instincts drive them like the lynch mob from which you saved me. I'm grateful. Take my gift.
So she just gave us a few potions to use, and if you let her die in Chapter 1, she'll actually just flat out fight you here.
I see you have met our degenerate great-grandchildren. Do you understand now why you cannot oppose my plan?
You have yet to say how all this ice justifies your crimes.
Only a grand plan pursued without hesitation could save humanity from what I saw in my visions.
Trust your daydreams that much?
Many of the gifted foresaw the white frost. Global cooling is this world's destiny.
Why fight it then?
You always believed man makes his own destiny. I seek to change all humanity's fate.
You robbed humanity of its right to decide. You understand nothing.
Geralt, I hear the wails of those who perished, hear their cries, and you will know my pain.
choice, Witcher. Death follows you.
Murderers never know peace.
Those thoughts always come too late.
As if I had a choice. You never knew feelings that controlled your every step.
I know it's hard to act contrary to your feelings.
We're toys in the hands of fate. Before it casts us apart, accept my gift.
So we get more vitality for every enemy we kill. Nice little ability to have.
Do you finally understand, obstinate Witcher? Humanity will perish. The few who remain will become animals. My plan would avoid this.
What plan, damn it?
The human nations can only survive the cold through a mass exodus south.
With you leading them?
I'm prepared to do so. I see the future. I command respect. I would rule well. Of course, I had to get rid of any standing in the way, especially non-humans.
Why so obsessed about other races?
Geralt, they are condemned to perish. I gave them a chance to die in battle.
Humanity's also a passing phase. But unlike elves, we won't leave much behind.
We won't disappear, not with the Guardians I created. You'll see soon enough how well they manage in these conditions.
You thought you could stand aside.
I wanted no part of politics. I'm a Witcher. I'm neutral.
We fought for those we love. You scorn that, for you'll never understand it.
A machine created to kill. You had no choice. Your time has passed.
You're obsolete. The world has no use for you. Lay down your sword and rest, Geralt.
Have the courage to face me, Jacques. Stop hiding behind specters and illusions. I'll find you.
You won't get the chance.
Look, Alvin.
It's just an illusion, Triss.
How stubborn you are. I could use you to shepherd my sheep during the first years of winter.
I doubt you mean it. You stole our secrets from Kaer Morhen, used them for the worst ends.
I needed witches, but knew the secrets of mutation had been lost. You witches had it all, but lacked courage and vision. I merely did what you desired in your hearts.
You took them as if they were your own. You're a thief, a hypocrite.
Are you incapable of seeing the golden path of my dreams? My knights will explain it to you in a way you will understand.
Look, Geralt. Humans, monsters. Easy to mistake one for the other.
True, Your Highness.
I should know, wouldn't you say? The Grand Master is clearly a madman. Even I wouldn't dare pursue a plan like his. We must stop him.
Milady, your wish is my command.
You have class, a rare quality. I wish to fight alongside you. Call it a whim.
Alright, and we get a cool Striga to help us.
Here we must part.
Why?
At the heart of the vision, he controls all. You must go on alone.
See you, Triss. I'll be back.
Good luck, Geralt.
So the game will force you into meditation, and this is your last chance to brew up anything you'd like to use. But I've pretty much got everything I need, so I'm good to go. Let's go ahead and take out the Grandmaster.
Now, do you see the need to act, whatever the price? Geralt, open your eyes, open your mind.
They treat people like you at St. Lebioda's hospital.
By pursuing me, you proved me right. You faced the dangers that humanity faces and survived.
Jacques de Aldersberg, your dream is over.
Patience. You may yet change your mind. Imagine thousands traversing an icy wasteland. Could you defend them? You and a handful of witches ridden with doubt, like Berengar? Impossible. Only the greater brothers can do that. But they need to be taught and led. They need you.
I also have an offer. Surrender. Withdraw your mutants. Humble yourself before the king. You'll save many lives.
How confident you seem. A painful lesson awaits.
So for this, you want to just ignore all the little fire demons, go full on strong steel, and just go for the Grandmaster and take him out.
Again, Wolf. Have you fulfilled your destiny?
Salamandra is dying, soon to be a memory.
Salamandra means nothing. It was but a particle of chaos, the tool of the madman you just slew. Your past, your destiny, the reasons for your resurrection, all remain unknown.
Words, words, words.
You tried cheating, Destiny. You took an oath, remember? I'm here to collect on that promise.
I remember nothing.
Reflect on your deeds, Witcher. I stood near you when you arrived at Kaer Morhen, an omen of its downfall. I observed as you judged the villagers of the outskirts, leaving only blood and fire behind you. You brought death upon Raymond, endangered Shani, mindful only of your goals. Chaos followed in your wake. You slaughtered dozens with your witch's sword. You helped create the foundations for the Order's fanatical reign. You left Vizima in chaos, only to bring destruction upon murky waters. Every one of your decisions brought further devastation. Each choice you made led to greater evil. Vizima blazes. The Order and the Scoia'tael bleed, Temeria. Does your neutrality not taste bitter?
Stop.
Do not deny it, Witcher. You are my greatest champion, a perfect means of destruction. Wherever you walk, death and chaos follow. Now, as it was years ago, accept it. Do not fight it. Give up to me yet another man you destroyed.
Jacques de Aldersberg is mine.
You dare to oppose me? I sense your weakness as your life seeps from your wounds. With every drop, death draws nearer. You stand no chance against me. Yield to me.
You can either let him take Jacques and it just ends, or you can refuse to do it and fight him. I fight him just because what I know from the previous books and games after, this guy is a big pain in the ass altogether, so I'd rather not make his life any easier than I have to, so I just go for it.
Never. This is between him and me.
You aim to kill him anyway.
True, but for my reasons, and they're nothing to you. Clear off while you can. Go before it's too late.
You want to fight me? So be it. Your flight from death ends here. Draw your sword.
I was afraid you'd suggest chess.
Just go full on strong silver. And we got nothing to do but finish off the Grandmaster.
That sword is for monsters.
You're awake, Geralt. I was getting worried.
Dandelion? Where's the Grand Master?
A few steps away. He's dead. For a minute there, I thought you were gone too.
Hardly a pleasant nap. Was I out long?
Long enough. The fighting has been quelled. Foltest has regained control. However, Triss supported him. The effects have been shocking.
Is she all right?
She's fine. She stayed by you until I arrived. Then she had to go. You know, political duties.
Caught between the king, her sorceress friends, and her personal life.
What about you? Did you succeed?
Yes. I'll take the final element from Jacques and close this chapter.
And here's the last of the stolen secrets from Kaer Morhen. And the Dimeridium amulet we gave Alvin. So in case none of you picked up on it the whole time, it's fairly safe to assume that Jacques de Aldersberg is Alvin, especially since he could time travel. During our conversations with him, he repeated a lot of things we told Alvin when we were talking to him in Murky Waters about our motivations for doing certain things, and he turned that into his own reasons. He held the Dimeridium amulet that we gave him, and he also can teleport around just like Alvin can. So it's safe to assume during the Battle of Murky Water, Alvin teleported away, but anything else that happened after that is kind of up for debate. As far as we know, he somehow took on the name Jacques de Aldersberg, founded Salamandra, and then wanted to try to prevent the prophecies that he was seeing because of the Elder Blood he had. So that little kid we've been trying to save for the whole game, turns out he was the bad guy all along.
So, did you recover everything?
Know what I found on the Grand Master? A Dimeridium pendant.
The one you gave Alvin?
I don't know. It looks the same, but older. He must have worn it under his armor for years.
A true keepsake, perhaps.
Maybe it was his way of repelling hostile magic. Or it was there to control inborn abilities, unrelenting visions.
That's something we'll never know.
It doesn't matter. Jacques de Aldersberg, if that was his name, is dead. End of story.
What's next, Geralt?
What do you mean?
Come now. You've recovered what was stolen, punished those who hurt you, you played politics and dismantled conspiracies. You've loved, you've killed. You've come a long way, Geralt. What do you intend to do now?
I'm tired, Dandelion. I want peace and quiet.
As I thought. I've known you for years and never seen such fatigue in your eyes. People expected too much of you. Yet as always, you rose to the challenge, no matter how unreasonable it seemed. Don't get me wrong. I'm overjoyed to be able to talk to you again. But perhaps you should have stayed there, on the Isle of Avallac'h.
Seems I'll never find rest.
What can I say? Godspeed on your path, Witcher. It seemed the conflict between the Order of the Flaming Rose and the Scoia'tael would turn Vizima into charred ruins. Foltest, however, found a solution. He let the two sides bleed each other. The Order's power waned quickly following the Grand Master's mysterious death. The flower of elven youth perished. Fighting in Vizima's streets, there were no victors. The non-human uprising weakened Temeria, and Foltest realized he would need capable diplomats. Triss Merigold became a royal advisor. Sorceresses gained influence. The king punished or exiled those who had plotted against him in his absence. They were, of course, soon replaced by others. Common folk saw no difference. They were too busy licking their wounds, seeking loved ones. Few people knew what had actually happened in those days in Vizima. They were those who destiny had brought together with Geralt of Rivia. Yet, they chose to remain silent. What then happened to the Witcher? That is a different tale entirely.
Temeria and Redania are allies, thanks in no small part to you. For your toil, a worthy pouch of gold.
Your Highness. Master. Farewell, sire.
And that's the end of the game. So we ended just saving the king from an assassination attempt, and it turned out to be another Witcher who was trying to kill him. And that sets up everything for the start of the second game, Assassins of Kings. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and hopefully someone found this walkthrough helpful. I know this is my first one, and it's not the best, but hopefully it helps someone out there. So yeah, let me know if this was helpful, or if there's anything I can do to improve, and yeah, that's pretty much the whole game. Yep, and that's the entirety of the Witcher Enhanced Edition. Alright, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in another playthrough I do. We'll see what I want to do.